Hi, welcome to the Virtuous Lady. I'm Loletta. On this page, my goal is to encourage, to inspire, to motivate, and to share with you the things that I've learned and yet still learning. Um, if this is your first time viewing this page, I want to say welcome. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you. My goal here on today, this is not the regular Wednesday, is to do a Q&A. I've had people ask me questions, some friends and family, questions about the channel itself. And what I'm going to do is just try to answer as many questions as possible. My goal on this also is to be transparent as much as possible with you. And being transparent, it makes it easier for someone to kind of understand things. So here we go. The first question that was asked is the Virtuous Lady a YouTube channel for women only? And I would say no. Don't be dismayed by the title, the Virtuous Lady. But what I've learned is that a lot of things on this channel can be used for both men and women. The women can sometimes more relate to certain things, but I also understand that in order for a man to better understand a woman or to support a woman, sometimes a channel like this helps. So it's not exclusively for men, women only. So men, you can like, share, and subscribe as well. Okay? How and why do I subscribe, like, share, and comment? Well, let's take one of those at a time. If you press the like button, it lets me know if you like this particular video or if you don't. If you do not press anything, I have no idea if I'm putting out videos that you're looking for, that's going to be helpful and inspirational to you. And as far as sharing, of course, if we share, other people are notified too, and they have the opportunity to look because you shared the channel. To comment basically lets me know where you at. What did you like the best about the video? What would you have changed? What would you have done differently? Plus, it's encouragement to me as well. So just let me know, because that's the only way I'll know. If you don't comment, I won't know. Subscribe. Subscribing to a channel, my neighbor had asked me, she thought it was something that you had to pay for. Subscribing for a channel does not cost you anything. It helps me out. And also with subscribing, it's just letting me know that this is something that you're interested in. And that way, it helps me as far as being able to be sponsored down the line. My goal is to bring you the clearest and the best videos of things that you're interested in as possible. And when you're sponsored, you're on a higher level where you can bring clear videos. You can bring higher end products or whatever to bring to people. So that's my goal, is to bring the best that I can for you. I've never wanted to do anything half done. My goal is to always do things to the best that I can do. And notification as well. Notification bell. I have subscribed to many YouTube channels. I'm presently subscribed to many YouTube channels. And notification as well. What that does, once you hit the notification bell, every time a video is uploaded, it'll bring it up on your phone. So that way you'll be able to be one of the first to see the video. Many times, if you're not subscribed to a channel or notified, you don't hit the notification bell, you don't know when a new video is uploaded. You have no idea. So this kind of just notifies you. And also, dealing with subscription, I always say, please like, subscribe, and if you have already subscribed, that was another question, you don't have to resubscribe again. Once you subscribe, it should show up that it'll say subscribe with a D, meaning that you've already subscribed. You do not have to subscribe to every single video at that point. So just take that in mind. That may be something that you would like to do, and that will just kind of keep you notified of what's going on. Okay, question number 3. What inspired me to start this channel? This channel was inspired through prayer one day when I was in prayer, and this was nothing that came up overnight. I was in prayer, and many times I asked the Lord when I'm going through something or if I'm learning something, Lord, is this for me or is it for other people? If it's for other people, then I know it's meant for me to share. If it's for me, then that means something that he wants me to learn. So one day while I was in prayer, the Lord had put that in my spirit. This is not for you. This is for you to share. And I don't know, too many people don't know this about me, but I've always tried to be an original person as much as I can. And I always had a problem with people copying off of me. So many times I didn't share stuff because I didn't want to walk in your house and your house is a carbon copy of mine. And when I walk in someone else's house and like some of the things that they have, I would use their ideas, but I would tweak it. I would personalize it and make it me. I even had a problem when I would go to the church or go out and I see somebody with the same dress, the exact same dress that I have. So I just always wanted to be my own person. And that's what I sought out to be, and to come up with not necessarily just my ideas, because I use a lot of people's ideas, but I kind of enhance upon them. So in doing that, I had a big problem with sharing. And the Lord had to deal with me with that. He said that this gift that I've given you is not necessarily for you, and it's for you to share. And because I'm a researcher and I like to research and study and find out as much as I can about things before I put my mouth on things, or before I try something. Because of that, I just feel like I'm doing all the work, somebody else picking up, But the Lord showed me, no, this is not about you, Loletta. This is about what I've called you to do. So that's what inspired me. But it took 3 years through the making for this to actually come into fruition. My desire was there. But outside of just a desire, I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how to start it. I don't like being in front of a camera. So that took a while. And you notice at the beginning of the year, I started doing a few videos on Facebook just so I can get accustomed to it. I've always been a person that's in the background. I like that intercessory prayer, stuff like that. Being up front is something that I really slowly getting used to. But I've also learned that I have to be obedient to the call of the Lord. So when he calls me to do something, then I know if he calls me to it, he'll prepare me for it. So it's been a testing time in doing this, but I am excited about it, and I'm excited to be able to come before you and share things that God has put in my spirit to share. The next question, what is the main purpose of this channel? It started out being, which it still is, to motivate, to inspire, and to encourage, and to teach. Down throughout some of the videos, the Lord, I kind of changed things a little bit, and it's living your best life to the fullest. Because in doing that, living our best life to the fullest, my purpose of this channel is to inspire you to do that, to encourage you to do that, to motivate you to do that. And I would say teach or share with you how to do that. And I put it out a disclaimer, not that I know everything or nothing like that, but everything that the Lord has put on my heart to share is what I bring to you. And that includes some DIYs, that includes tips on entertaining, that includes some encouragement about faith, prayer, self-care, finances. It includes all of that. So the main purpose of this channel, as it stands, is to living your best life to the fullest through inspiration, encouragement, and motivation. All right? How was this name chosen? Well, it took about 3 or 4 weeks when I knew that God had put this in my spirit. And you know that when you try to shake stuff and you can't shake it. You keep trying to shake it and it keeps staying on me. And I'm like, look, Lord, if you want me to do this, you're going to have to show me how. And I don't have a name. I didn't know anything. So I started looking up names. I couldn't find anything. And one night, it just popped in my spirit, the Virtuous Lady. And I asked my husband, I said, what do you think about that? And we had like 2 names. I don't even remember what the other name was, but this was the one that stuck out, the Virtuous Lady. And that's how the title came into existence. Okay. How did I learn to decorate? Well, prior to us moving here, I always had a desire to restore stuff, to have nice stuff. And even with raising my children, I didn't have the budget for that. But I also wanted nice things. So when doing that, you want the chandelier type stuff on a regular light budget. So I had to learn how to do things. And that was just like a niche for me. That was my creative part of me. And many times, as being a divorcee for a long time, as my children were young, they would go to put them to bed, and I'm up. Now, what do I do for 2 hours, before I go to bed? And that's when I started learning how to do things. And the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it. So this goes back years ago. And then we got into, about maybe 8 years ago, I purchased a home. And as I purchased it, I started fixing it up because it was a fixer-upper. And my husband and I know both that it was a starter home for us. We had just gotten married. And I just went through the death of my daughter. So with doing that, it was hard. But I found out as I was sitting on the floor painting baseboards and painting the wall, that kept my mind off of the pain that I was feeling inside, the hurt that I was feeling. And that got me through. That was one of the things that got me through, because during that time I was so engrossed in what I was doing. And when I would finish it, I would stand back and look at it, and I'm like, wow, this looks nice. So it kind of got me through that difficult time, and did room by room. And the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it. I enjoyed and got absorbed in picking out not wallpaper, but paint samples. What color we're going to paint this? So at that point, I just began to start designing. Not through school or anything like that. I've learned through YouTube. I learned through just watching things on the internet. I just had like a sponge. I just wanted to learn everything I could learn. And I began to start doing that and fixing up things and stuff. So we started purchasing other homes, and then purchasing other homes, I should say houses. We started our own business, Williams to Williams, houses to homes. And doing that, it just did one house at a time and took a whole year most of the time, anywhere from 6 months to a year. And I would stage the houses. They would sell within a week or two. And I just enjoyed that. And the more I learned from watching contractors and how they did things, I began to acquire an eye for that. And that brought me into where I'm in today. I staged 5 entire households with my husband and I. But the creative mind from God, I give God all the credit and all the glory in it. And as I began to get ideas, it was like, okay. And then once it came into fruition, when my husband would see it, he said, this is nice, And people would ask me to help them out and stage, help them. Had a friend ask me if I would stage a house for him because he was a realtor. So things like that, people began to ask me for my advice. So a lot of this has come just through experience in decorating, knowing the period that you're decorating for. Most of my homes were historical homes. So that's how the decorating part came into existence, and doing my kids' rooms or whatever. So that's how that came into existence. Next question is, what encompasses being complete and living life to the fullest? That's a full question. Living life to the fullest, it's when you're whole, meaning that it encompasses faith, because first of all, without God, you can't live your life to the fullest. It's trusting Him. It's not worrying about stuff, but just relying on Him, knowing that He's going to take care of everything, knowing that He's in charge of everything, knowing that He's opening doors for you that no man can shut. That encompasses that faith and an intimate relationship with God. Being complete and whole means self-care. And I did not learn that until a few years back, that in order for me to be able to be help to others, I had to learn how to take care of me. I've always, as you know, that the maternal instinct, especially of a lot of mothers, and paternal as well, that we're always giving, always sacrificing ourselves for our children. And I did that, as my kids grew up, and even when they grew up and got out of the house, I've always sacrificed myself for everything else. But as I began to get older, and I am a senior now, I start, seeing my body change and, going through menopause and going through changes that I had to take the time now to take care of me. And that's where self-care comes in. I do my natural skincare routine that I do. I try to make sure that I get enough sleep. I'm doing exercising, bike riding, and some things at home that I wasn't doing before. So I have to take that time to do me, to take care of myself and not feel selfish about it, because I can't help you if I'm all broken down. Okay, it also encompasses wealth. Um, wealth, as far as just trusting the Lord to provide for you and allowing the Lord to open those doors and things that we have to do. There's things too that we have to do to live our life to the fullest. I can't go out and buy everything that I want to buy, but if I see something I want, I can wait till it go on sale, or I can find a way, meaning if it's any way I can duplicate that through a DIY, or have something just as nice without paying that top of the line price for it. So, in doing that, learning how to save, learn how to save for things, and it's going to be a whole section on that, but learning how to save and put away, and just all of that. Savings and trying to say, it's just a broad subject, but not just savings, but it's learning how to sacrifice. That's the word that I'm looking for. Many times you have to sacrifice to get what we want. We don't have to always have things in the now. We put away things for now. Put aside things for the now, for the future. And it also faith, wealth, self-care, and just learning how to use what you have and make it work for you. Okay. I guess I answered the last part too. How does faith, wealth, self-care all play a part? All that plays a part in just being, when you have all of that, when you have your health, you may not have the health that we may want or whatever, but it's not as bad as it could be. We have to take care of what we have at this present time. As I would always tell my children, we only have the teeth that God has given us. When these teeth are gone, you're not going to get a whole nother set. They're gone. So take care of what we have. Take care of ourselves. All right. The next question is, what is a virtuous woman? The virtuous woman is found in Proverbs 31. And I'm not going to read the scripture or go into a lot of detail, because that's a video all on itself. But it says she was an entrepreneur, and she created multiple home-based businesses that provided a stable source of income for her household. All the virtues she is practicing are aimed at making the life of her husband better, teaching her children, and serving God. And she leads the household with integrity, discipline. So those are the things, some of the characteristics of a virtuous woman. Rising early, ways of saving money, ways of allowing the family to have a better lifestyle. There's a lot of things as women that we can do to assist even single parents, because I was for the majority of my life, my adult life. And also being married, think ways that we can assist our families, our husband, as far as just living your best life, doing the best you can, having fun, enjoying this life, because tomorrow's not promised to us. So this is what all of this is about, is enjoying life to the fullest each day. You never know how important life is until you've lost a child. When I lost my oldest daughter, it was hard. It was really hard. It was a hard time for me. It was a dark time for me. It was a tragic accident. She was here today and gone today, so to speak. So when you've gone through that, I've learned to appreciate today for today, with the ups and downs, to be able to enjoy this life. And that's a whole another topic that I'm not going to really allow myself to take up that much time for this. But just being virtuous, meaning to live your life to the fullest, to enjoy, to learn how to save money, to put away money, to have the best life for your family. Okay, another question is the description box. The description box, because when I first started looking at YouTube channels, I kept hearing them say description box, but what is it? It's a box that's listed. If you press the arrow button, it would open up the box down below. It will tell you a little bit about the video. It will show any links, like if you're seeing something on that. I think I used a coffee maker in one of mine for an anniversary. You saw that, so you would click on that link, and that'll show you exactly how much it costs, where you can purchase if you're interested. So that's what the links are for. Sometimes the links also are for a previous video or referring to something that you did in the video. So the description box is important, and a lot of people ask me, what does Etsy, my Etsy shop, have to do with it? I started Etsy shop this year, but I started doing natural skincare 2 years ago. And in doing that, the Lord dealt with me too about the products and stuff that we're putting on our skin, the chemicals, the things that are harmful, the things that are causing cancer that we are unaware of. And the word says that people perish for the lack of knowledge. And the Lord had dealt with me about that, and I felt convicted. And that was another thing I asked the Lord, was this for me or was it to share? And he said it was to share. And I knew at that point, the only way I could share it was to educate myself a little more. So in the Etsy shop, it has all natural products, skincare line. It has even crocheted spa washcloths, that's all 100% cotton. It has face masks, that's 100% cotton. So everything is kind of like on a natural. We've kind of turned our life back pretty much, as I'm leading the household as a virtuous woman, to a natural lifestyle, even with our eating. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but that's what the channel, that's what the shop is about. You click on that, it'll take you directly to the Naturally You by Loletta skincare line. And feel free to order anything. Everything is safe in ordering as far as your credit cards and stuff like that. Things are shipped, to you. I do have a store in my home, a small portion that I basically keep everything stocked up. So that's what the Etsy shop is. Sometimes it'll tie in with what we're doing, and sometimes it won't. But, just to let you know, feel free to click on it anytime that it is open. It is open 365 days of the year, so feel free to shop there. So I think this concludes some of the questions that we have. If you have any more questions, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below. So I'll know. Oh, one more other thing. One important thing about subscription. I'm going to be doing some giveaways right now. I'm reading on the guidelines and regulations of that, because in everything we do on YouTube, there are regulations that that we all must follow. So to learning as much as I can about that, I do have a giveaway that I'm going to be doing. But once I read up on that, then I'll be able to actually share that with you. But it's going to be for subscribers only. So those are some of the perks of being subscribers, is that when we have giveaways or stuff that we're doing, you will be counted in on that. And without that, if you're not a subscriber, if you're just liking the channel, which is good, anything that you do is appreciative. But if you're not a subscriber, you will not be counted in on any of the giveaways, okay? So I'm just saying, everyone be blessed. Let you know that I love you all. I pray that all is well. And believing, Lord, that in this year, as we're coming over halfway throughout this year, that the Lord will continually richly bless you and keep you. And that you will be drawn closer to Him, and He will continue to guide you in any area that you need guidance in. So I'm saying bye for now. Be blessed. Be safe. And I'll see you in the next video.